all expect it at all, at all. But it's the same way, like, listen, I also did fantastic when I was dancing with Erin Andrews. But did we have any business winning against Nicole Scherzinger? No, we did not. And by the way, Evan Lysacek, who at that time was number one in the world in, male figure skating, right? So there are seasons when you think you have a winner and then another winner comes. So it's very difficult to understand who won for what. And so again, going back to Bobby Bones, it was just very hard for us all collectively to see that people are voting. Who are those people? I actually have not heard of anyone ever since that would say that's my winner and I voted for them.
This is why I think you should have won with Kirstie Alley, because she had the arc. She's changed so much. She had the personal growth, the story. Like, we saw it each week before our very eyes.
Yeah. I remember I think in the semifinal or in the finale, why can't I remember her partner?
See, this just can show you what a gay man I am.
Yes.
Because not to stereotype, but when it comes to the sports figures, it all just, I know Emmett Smith,
right?
So it all blends together otherwise.
Fantastic. But anyway, so in semifinal, and we were going. I mean, Kirstie and I we were picking up pace. At this point, it was just like we were taking it down, right? And in the semifinal and the final, I remember Kim Johnson was practicing with her man, and I guess he dropped her on her neck, on her head, and so she had then wore for a week a neck brace that they bedazzled, and we lost the show. And so a lot of people were like, the sympathy thing took it over, right? Or it was so much about us, and oh my God, look at Kirstie doing well. Oh, look, oh no, somebody almost broke their neck. You know what I'm saying? And so the focus shifted, and it shifted in the finish line. And so that's in our opinion, and some people's opinion, is that type of sympathy stuff kind of helped them out. But again, you talking about people voting, for a long time, I thought that maybe people are not voting for me, because again, you have this sort of like,
bad boy at Ballroom,
the blonde, the sort of clean cut, the no accent Derek, right? Just very sort of clean. This, if you have a superhero, if you have a Batman, it's not Derek, but if it's a Superman, it's him. But if Derek is a Superman, I'm Lex Luthor. You know what I'm saying? Like if somebody's a Batman, I'm this other guy, right? And so when I won with Meryl, I believe that general perception was like when Joker came out with the latest Joker, right? With Joaquin Phoenix. And you're not looking at Joker and you sympathize, and so now there's no antagonistic character. He is the only one. Now you're looking at him and you focus on him like, damn, this guy has a story, the point, the why, the how he got here. As a matter of fact, watching the movie, you want him to become empowered. You almost rooting for him to turn into what Joker turned into, right? Isn't that funny? Because we grew up, Joker's a negative guy. He's the bad guy, right? So I think that the season with Meryl, it was almost like, oh, Max, we get it now. You know what I'm saying? And we get it. And so people were like almost rooting for the me also as part of it. Again, it was all Meryl and it was all her season, but we did win against, again, Derek, with fantastic partner who was a double amputee at that time, who did incredible dancing. So you would think like, yeah, I've had partnerships in the past that, I lost with, who were also better because the story was so compelling, right? And so all of a sudden Derek has a story and we still win. I was like, it's very unlikely. So I believe that that Meryl season, people just changed their opinion about me, you know, whereas before,
That's
yeah, she's
interesting. I would never
out the
have
cover.
thought of that.
Yeah.
But that's
I,
like a
I
very cerebral, interesting way to think about it. But it does make sense, right?
yeah, just listen the one time. And again, it's just once. I mean, God, I gave it a fucking effort, man. 17 times. I tried every damn time. I really have. If you know me, if you come to know me, competition for me is it. It's a holy grail. Like if we competing, let's go. Because one thing I have is work ethic. One thing I have is focus. It's just laser like I'm in this. There's no time that I won't show up. There's no work that I won't do. There's no amount of hours that I won't spend. Like I'm in, you know. But when you take that competitiveness and you sort of like dilute it by a lot of television, a lot of the things that are necessary to show, then someone like me gets tripped up. Someone like me just stops to be able to attach myself to it. For me it's all just black and white, and it's not. Someone like my brother Val, we're very similar, but we're extremely different in these type of aspects. For him it's easy to kind of be both. you know um I found it very difficult in the beginning.
Do you think, because like, and then we could wrap up after a few more questions. Do you think like you're very reflective on your Dancing with the Stars time, but I think it's great. Like you can step out of yourself and say, it all worked out, but you have like you're self-aware. And I think everyone from Dancing with the Stars has their own narrative on like what the show was to them. Like, do you think, because like Cheryl Burke, she was on this podcast a while ago, like she gets so much criticism for her own podcast where she's just, talking about her own experience. People are always saying, she's putting the show
How many
down. Like,
seasons did she do? How many seasons did Cheryl Burke do?
I don't know off the top of my head, but quite a few.
Probably like 31, 30, something
Yeah.
like that, right? Did she like leave a couple of years ago
Yeah.
only? And she's done everything ever since. I don't think she's ever taken a break or whatever. You think that all she has about the show is just negative stuff? You think that all she talks about, like what I'm saying? Like you did
Yeah.
so for so long, and the only foundation for your conversation is negativity. The only people you get on your show are those who were wronged or feel like they were wronged, and they're there to express their wrongness or whatever. You know, I also did a show. Had I known that was the topic, not the topic, but her direction, I would never do it because I don't want to be a part of that. I don't want to be a part of that. So we're reflecting, right? But my reflections always come around to, yes, I stand by me, and I love me. I really do. I really do. I